to Jay Vito's Supper Club and Lounge, a little late night here with Domenico Geminiani, having a late night cocktail, discussing the adventures of Q School and what we're going through right now in the PGA Tour life. So we're having a little, your favorite drink here? What we got here?
Yes, sir. Little amaretto ginger ale.
A little cheers.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on today.
Yes, sir. Pleasure to be here.
So talk to me. We heard big news. Q School Stage 1 got through. Little adventure. What do you got going on?
Yeah, well, first of all, pleasure to be here. Love what you're doing with the place. Love Jay Vito's here in Estero, Florida. Fantastic place. Fantastic vibes. Q School was last week. First stage of Q School. We just got through in the number. Just got through in the number.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, Q School is once a year, so you feel that pressure. As much as you want to kind of say it's another event. And you definitely feel the pressure because it's the one event that can change your career in a good or in a negative way a little bit. Because if you don't get through Q School, you're not really playing on any main tour. You might get some lower tour status, but not really on the main tour. So, yeah, it was a tough week.
For those who don't know, what's the event? How does it set up? Is it one event once a year? How do you do this?
Yeah, so this was first stage of Q School. So there's actually 4 events because if you don't have status anywhere, you have to go to pre-qualifying. And then if you get through that, there's first stage, which is a tournament, which this one was 19 in ties, got through. Then if you get through that, there's second stage. And then if you get through that, it's third stage. And third stage is going to have 5 PGA Tour cards and I think maybe 40 Korn Ferry Tour cards. Don't quote me on that. So it's a grind every year. It's super expensive, it's $5.5 grand, and you can get sent to wherever, over the last 3-4 years, I've got sent to second stage 3 years ago to New Mexico. So you're spending a lot of money on travel. Last year I got sent to, where did I do it last year? I didn't get through last year, so that's why I don't remember. But I got sent to Texas. I got sent to Texas. So you spend a lot of money, $5.5 grand. Entry fee plus the travel plus everything, it can add up to 12, 15. So there's a lot of pressure. You're not only playing for your next year to have a job, you're also, there's a lot of money on the line that you're spending. So
sure, and high stakes. So
yeah, absolutely. And some great players, phenomenal players. So you have to be on top of your game. And this week was tough, because started off good, and we'll talk more about it later, but started off good, kind of a couple hiccups, and I barely squeezed it through. So
well, it's a grind. We understand that.
It is.
So a couple of years ago, I heard you played here locally for stage 1. You played Crown Colony up in Fort Myers, which is great. You're local. You don't have to worry about all the pay and all that. You can stay local. Big difference. And then you
sleep in your own bed. Absolutely.
It makes a big difference. So this year, were you local or did you have to travel?
So this year was in West Palm Beach. I got sent to West Palm. That's where I chose to go, and I signed up early enough, so I got that. That golf course,
home field advantage,
and it's phenomenal. Yeah, you can feel the vibe. I grew up here in Florida. Kind of a different background. Grew up in Florida, Italy, and whatnot. But a lot of my life, I lived in Florida, so it's your backyard kind of thing. And I stayed at a friend's house to save some cash, and just a vibe of Florida golf. This is where I grew up.
Sure.
So
that's what you're used to. It makes it. You need everything you can in this tournament.
100%. Right? And to be exact, it was the Preserve at Iron Horse golf course in West Palm Beach. Super good course, and it got windy. The third and fourth round, it got windy, and you add some pressure in there, and all of a sudden, things get interesting.
All right, cool. So give me some details. So if you run us through a couple rounds, it's 4 rounds full, like a PGA tournament event. Cut line, how does it work there? What it goes through?
Yeah, so it's just 4 rounds. Top 19 in ties get through to the second stage. They qualify to go to the second stage. And big shout out to my caddies, Mitch. I've known Mitch for a long time now. Great guy, and he helped me out in the first round. And Headband Golfer, big shout out to Headband Golfer. He helped me out from the second to the fourth round.
Hold on, I've heard about it. Where did you meet? And I know, but tell me, where did you meet this guy?
Yeah,
and we saw him on the internet.
Absolutely,
but I know there's a little story behind there too.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. So
things like that.
Yeah, Headband. He has an Instagram, YouTube, very big on social media. I met him through a tour here. It's called the AMP Tour. They just started out about a month and a half ago, and he was playing in the event, and so I met him there. and super great guy, phenomenal person. Goes pretty wild on social media, but he's a great guy, and I met him again at the second Am Tour event here in Lakewood Ranch in Sarasota, and yeah, I needed a caddy. Big shout out to everyone though, because I posted on my social media I needed a caddy, like
Sure.
you know, and I didn't have a caddy. I had a couple friends that couldn't make it, whatnot, and I had like 80 text messages,
That's
like
phenomenal.
yes, DMs. I really shout out to everyone for the support. Not only golfers, golfers, pickleballers that know golf and everything, willing just to come caddy and support. Big shout out. I could feel the love.
Yeah.
And anyway, so yeah, Mitch, my friend Mitch, he caddied for me for the first round, and he couldn't do it for the last 3 rounds, and so headband was available, and headband hopped on back.
Nice.
He wore the headband only in the last round, because that's his thing. You know, he wears a headband. The second and third round, he didn't wear it. He wore a bucket hat.
He might have to wear it going
He
forward.
might have to wear it. Yeah,
the fourth round
the
was
final
supposedly
round,
pretty big, right?
we needed a little energy change. I said, hey, put on the headband, and we
Yeah.
started making some birdies.
So those who don't know, from what I understand, you know, first couple rounds you're playing well, getting things rolling, and the cut line always is going
Yes.
to get that final, because it's only top 19.
Absolutely.
Right. So the last day you're getting there, it's right around that edge. So why don't you fill us in on the final day? What happened?
I'm telling you, Q School's filled with pressure because there's 4 rounds, and something's gonna go wrong, you know,
Sure.
because it's 4 rounds, it's a lot of pressure. And the first round I played solid. I shot 3 under par.
Yeah.
Great vibes with Mitch on the bag. Second round, headband came in the bag. Great vibes. Everything's going perfect. Another 3 under par round, so 6 under. And I think I was right on the cut line, maybe just inside. I think maybe the cut line, maybe it was like 5 under. So,
Sure.
so doing well. And the third round, I was 2 under through 8, and I 3-putted the 9th hole. And it started getting a little windy. That kind of broke the momentum. You know, I tried to stay positive, and we did. But
Sure.
the momentum was starting to go a little bit the other way, which is kind of risky in Q School.
But this happens over a long 72.
Absolutely.
People don't realize that. They watch golf for a little bit on TV. They see a couple holes. Golf is 72 holes. It's a 4-day event.
Absolutely.
It's a marathon. It's
Absolutely.
not a sprint, right? So you got to maintain your composure.
100%.
So
then on the 10th hole, I had a wedge in my hand, kind of pulled it to made up and down for par, but you could kind of feel the momentum. I was starting to grind.
The wind's picking up.
The wind's picking up. I'm starting to grind
feel
for
the
par.
pressure day
the first
3.
8 holes, like we were chilling. Like we
Sure.
were 2 under par, but we
Sure.
could have been 4 or 5 under. You know,
Sure.
we were chilling. All of a sudden, we're starting to grind, and I could feel the momentum change a little bit. And then the 11th hole, I pushed my 8-iron in the bunker, and I make bogey again. So it went back to even from 2 under. Hole number 12, pushed my hybrid in the bushes, make bogey. That's 3 bogeys in the 4 holes.
Sure.
So we're starting to go down. We want to go up. We're starting to go down. And hole number 12, par 3, hit a great iron shot into the green. And that was the day before. So I had a great iron shot. Did I push it? I'm mixing up because the day before I
Sure.
doubled it back-to-back days, which is not
Same
ideal.
hole. Yeah.
Yeah, the second
That's
day.
where demons come in,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Bogey here,
So the
bogey
second
there,
round I hit a good
double,
shot.
sure.
This final round I
Sure.
pulled it left in the water,
Right.
and I made double. So I went bogey, par, bogey, double. So that's tough, and I think the maturity and the experience helped me out because I'm just hanging in there. And I make eagle on the next hole.
On day 3.
But then go bogey, par, bogey. So even a small thing, a hole number 18,
Sure.
maybe in the past when I first turned pro, I might kind of not give up, but just like the energy's low, make par, bogey, and to make birdie in the last hole, to shoot 2 over, which
Right.
on paper was not a good round,
Right.
but to shoot 2 over, kind of save it. It was a big momentum change because
Sure.
I hung in there and gave my chance in the last day. And the last day played great, shot 5 under in the last day.
Well, that's what you need. So sometimes I think it's the game is very difficult and it can crush you very quickly. Especially you said this is a once a year event.
100%,
right?
a lot of
And all of
pressure.
a sudden you're playing well in the beginning, momentum starts to turn. You correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure there are some players that if they get into that situation,
100%.
that could turn them down.
1,000%,
But-
and probably would have. I'll probably in the past that might have
Right.
been me as well, you
Right.
know. But man, I've been pro since
Right.
2011. A lot of people don't, because I'm 29. I
Right.
look young,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
I look
still young, but right,
I'm
people
20,
don't know you
yeah,
turned
I
pro. How
turned
old
pro
were
in
you when you were
2011. So
Right.
I mean, this is my man. What is it? 14th
14th
year,
year, yeah.
15th year, 14th
Sure.
year. So it's just the experience that I've accumulated. I feel like I'm like 49 out there.
Sure.
So that really helped me out a lot. And the final day, and we'll talk about it more here soon. The
Sure.
final day came up clutch. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into that, right?
Yeah.
So you've had a couple great rounds. You're going in, you play well on day 1, day 2. Day 3, you have a couple little things, but you finished strong where most people probably would have collapsed. And now you're still there in contention, right?
Yeah.
So now you're starting day 4. Where are you? Are you
I'm a
behind
little
the guy?
behind.
You're behind
I'm
the guy.
behind. I need to make
Okay.
something happen.
So now from a golfer standpoint, are you firing the darts, firing
I
the
can't.
flag sticks
No,
all
no.
day?
That's a
Does the
trap
game change?
that's 100% a trap that you can fall into, and I've
Okay.
fallen into the past where you
Sure.
try too hard to get back. Next thing you know, you make a couple bogeys and you're cooked. You're
And
done.
then again, it's over.
So the night before the third round, I want to play some pickleball, which just takes my mind off it a
Smart.
little bit. I went to play some open play, and
Right.
came back fresh the morning later. Headband to my caddy, he was fresh, and it was good vibes to start. Birdied the first hole, but made bogey on I think 2, 3-putted on 2. But we stayed super patient. We birdied another hole. We're only like 1 under because it was getting windy.
Sure.
We're 1 under through 9. Make a couple birdies, maybe 1 or 2 birdies, and then I didn't know I thought birdie on 17, 18. I didn't know that. On 17, I had a great 9-iron to about 3 feet, make birdie. And I look at the leaderboard on 18. It looks like I need birdie on 18, the par 5.
Now tell me, golfers usually, and you know that you play in tournament golf, they have this sixth sense of what you need to get done.
Yeah.
Even if
I
you're
could
not looking
feel
at
I
the
need a birdie.
leaderboard,
I could
you
feel
can
I need
tell,
a birdie.
right? So you
Yeah.
can feel it at the
Yeah, I
atmosphere.
looked at the
You
leaderboard.
did. You
I
know.
looked
Okay,
at the
so you did
leaderboard.
look.
Took out my phone, looked at the live leaderboard. I was like, it was getting windy, so I knew the scores were maybe coming back in the
A
pressure of
little
Q
bit,
School. But
sure.
I was like, we need birdie.
Right.
I hit a great drive, and it was par 5. And second shot was 235 flag.
Right.
Water all around the green, short, left. I was thinking about laying up and maybe, hoping other people would bogey, which is possible to win.
Sure.
But man, this is my 15th year as a pro. Like I need a, excuse me, grow a pair and go for it. That's what I
Sure.
told myself. It's
Yeah.
my 15th year. I'm not going down like being fearful. Like I'm going for it.
Right.
Like I'm going for it. And so it's 235. I visualized my shot, and I hit a fearful swing just right at the flag. As soon as it came off, I started walking after the ball. Headband told me after, he was like, I didn't know if it was a good shot or bad shot. You just started taking off. I was like, this is either swag
Immediately
or
you
this
knew
guy.
it was
This guy sucks. This guy didn't water, And no, but I hit the perfect, just off the face. It was just amazing. Little draw, right to left wind, like 20 miles per hour into right to left, just absolute beauty. Little draw, just drawing towards the flag, not overdrawing because water left and short.
Yeah.
If I hit it in the water,
you're done. Q School's
we're not
over.
doing this interview because
Right.
I'm
We're
not
going
stopping
home,
anyone for 2 weeks.
Game over. Right. 3 months, maybe. 2 weeks, 3 months. Let's
Just absolute, just beauty.
Right.
And I hit it to 10 feet and sink the putt. And I ended up getting through on the number. But if you look back at the scores, all I needed was 7 under. So I needed a par birdie finish because I knocked all the 7 unders out. Because I went from 6 under, I birdied 17, 7 under.
Yeah.
So if I would have par 18, I think I would have got through on the number.
Right.
But I eagled it, so I threw all the 7 unders out.
Were there guys playing after you though? Would they have known that 7 wasn't good
Maybe
enough?
one of the guys was in my group, great player and great guy.
Sure.
Possibly. But I 100% felt like I needed birdie.
You knocked out one of the guys in your group?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ooh,
yeah.
tough.
Yeah, he's a great player and a great guy, and I'm
sure
sure he'll make it and he'll find another way or whatever. But that's the game. That's Q School, and it's not over, right? It's just first stage, which is crazy. Second stage, third stage. The time is now.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
The time is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So afterwards, you start playing pickleball.
Yes, actually, I had a pickleball, which is absurd. But this is my
right?
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm living 2 lives over here, but I had a pickleball tournament in Coral Springs on Saturday. Right after, played doubles and singles, 2 tournaments one day, which is absurd. But that just gets my mind off it, because Q School, there's so much pressure built up, and it's tough. It really is because
you can't
it's
golf
4 days.
You can't
100%.
24/7.
But it's 4 days of just grinding, just knowing that you can't make any big mistakes.
Sure.
Because it's tough to really come back. So there's a lot of pressure that builds up, and you can see it in a lot of the faces of the players. There's some players that are relaxed, and maybe some of the newer pros and stuff. You can feel the tension. You really can.
Yeah, it's from what I understand and what I've heard. You get PGA Tour events, and they're in and out, and every week, and you get different guys that are playing, and they're important, and everything is everything is huge. But Q School, the amount of pressure, because it's one shot once a year. And if you don't, good luck. Pack your bags.
It's tough.
I mean, I can't think of another sport that has that type of way to get in. It's not like there's
tough.
a draft. It's not like a basketball or baseball. They're not drafting you because you play great for a whole year.
No, it's just one tournament.
All it is you could have great 51 weeks out of the year. You have one bad week and it's see you later.
100%. And as I said, I mean, over the years, I've always tried to make it smaller than what it is.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, it's not, because you don't get through Q School. Like, what are you doing? Like, you have to go through Monday qualifying, pre-qualifying for tour events.
Sure.
You get there like 4 or 5 days before. You have to pre-qualify, which is tough. The Monday qualifiers now are absurd.
Sure.
Like, absurd. Like, you have to shoot 7, 8. There was the Bermuda Monday qualifier here in Orlando 3 weeks ago. Monday qualifier. A guy shot 7 under. 4 or 5 guys didn't get through.
Didn't get in.
Didn't get through. 8 under par. Got through one round. Like, these Monday qualifiers are getting absurd, and there'll be less next year.
Right.
So the Mondays that they're going to have, they're going to be so tough. So that makes Q School everything. Because if you don't get through Q School, it's a tough life. It really is.
Are the Monday qualifiers more reckless? Are these guys, because it's a one-day thing, are they breaking their style? Are they firing at pins? Or is that why the numbers are so low? Or is it just because there's just so many good golfers, it's just bound to happen?
I haven't figured it out, to be honest. I haven't figured, because there's different ways to do it. There's a way where you can be a little reckless and kind of go for it. But at the same time, if you're forcing it, sometimes you don't make those birdies because you still have to hold the putts and everything. Right. So it's a balance of maybe being a little riskier, trying to make birdies and eagles, but a balance of also letting the game come to you and not forcing it.
Right.
So I haven't really, like, I've over the years, I mean, I've Mondayed in probably 3-4 times.
Right.
That's not a lot, because I've done a lot of Mondays throughout my career. It's just tough. It's just tough. It really is. Yeah, because it's one round, and you got to shoot, as I said, 7, 8, 9 under par nowadays, and the level is getting better and better and better. So that's why Q School is huge.
So let me ask you a question. You said you made a point that
drink is fantastic, by the way.
Really
sorry to interrupt.
What is it?
Amaretto ginger ale.
Amaretto and
I
ginger
actually
ale.
drank the first time here maybe last year.
This is the
Phenomenal.
Luxardo Amaretto. This is like the top Amaretto.
Fantastic drink. Anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
No, So you made the point. You said that you're sitting there on 18 and you're getting that point. You're like, back in the day, you used to say, well, I don't want to make too big of a deal out of it. I want to stay humble. I want to just treat it like every other event. But the reality is that you looked at it and went, no, this is a big event.
A huge shot.
It's a huge shot, and you rose up to the occasion.
That was a huge shot.
Talk to me about stage 2. Do you carry this momentum from 17, 18 and how you finished? Is this something that rides in, or do you kind of go back to stage 2 and now settle down again and just take, one step at a time? Is there a combination of both? What are you thinking now?
Yeah, stage 2 is going to be the beginning of December. So December 2nd to 5th. So it's a long time away, but obviously it's going to be a completely different event, different players. There's no ties to get through. That's a big difference. That is a big difference.
So they go to playoff right away if there's ties?
Yeah, you playoff. Yeah, so there's first stage to second stage ties get in.
Sure.
Second stage there's no ties. It makes a big difference because
just win the event then.
Well, that's what you got to do. But
you've won a ton in your past.
100%. But I'm telling you, the ties make a big difference because obviously if you get the tie, you go playoff to get through. It's not easy. So ties make a big difference. But to answer your question, it's a different event. But that shot does give you confidence for sure, because it's a lot of pressure. Just one shot, knowing that if you don't pull it off, then it's next year. But at the same time, it's a different event. So we're going to go to that event. A lot of confidence, but at the same time, a lot of not forcing it.
Sure.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Do you have a game plan going in? Do you sit there and say, I want to shoot 4 under each day. I'm going to make a mark, kind of like how they see on a Sunday. If a guy is trailing by 1 or 2 shots, does he go out and say, I got to shoot 65, or I don't have a chance at this? Or they just say, I'm going to put my best round together? Do you have an actual game plan, or is this something where you kind of take it day by day?
Yeah, I think you have to take it day by day because it depends on the golf course as well. I think I got sent to Conservatory, which is just I think northeast Florida.
Okay.
So I heard it's a tough course.
Yeah.
So it's very demanding off the tee.
Sure.
So it just depends on if it gets windy, if it's not windy. But ideally, and you never know, but ideally if you shoot 3 under par each day, it normally be fine. 12 under par.
Sure.
But
I've seen some of the leaderboards the past couple of years. Sometimes 12 under is right on the top.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes these guys go low.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right, depends on the course.
Second stage, I think it'll be tougher, especially Conservatory here. I think it'll be a tough course.
Yeah.
but it just depends on the conditions, the weather, and whatnot. So you just have to go there and play the best you can.
And the competition is different, right? I'm sure there's
Yeah,
probably
phenomenal
some
players as
a
well.
lot of
Absolutely.
phenomenal players that probably had their tour cards in the
Absolutely.
past that try to
Absolutely.
get their tour card back. They're playing
Absolutely.
it, so it's
Yeah.
it's going to be a fun ride, and you know,
100%. Yeah, there's going to be guys who got through first. There's going to be guys who maybe are exempt through first.
Yeah.
So competition is going to be great. Looking forward to it, and we'll see what we got. You know, it's coming up, so we can't hide away from it. You know.
Yeah. Well, you played phenomenally. I mean, we were all here. Everyone's rooting for you, following along. It's great to see. And I mean,
It's a lot of stress. I'm telling you,
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But you handled the stress well. I know. I see it day in and day out.
No, I appreciate that, but
it's
yeah,
not easy to do. And everybody thinks
not
it's
at all.
you know you just kind of roll through. But I think we understand, and I appreciate you filling us in on how this works to get better understanding to those
100%.
who watch golf and follow the PGA Tour to
100%.
really understand Q School. I know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. They've
different
heard
things.
of Q School, but they don't know what it's about. So
Yeah.
it's really a big opportunity,
Yes.
because if you get through these 3 events,
Yeah.
final stage, you got 5 PGA Tour cards, which can really jumpstart your career.
And that's new. The last 2 years.
The last couple
three
years, yeah, because for a couple years they only had Corn Ferry,
Right.
So now they have those PGA Tour
automatic
cards.
berth.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's big, big on the
it's
line.
huge,
Big
it's huge,
tournament.
and big opportunities. But with big opportunities comes a lot of pressure and competition. But hey, I've been a pro since 2011, so the time I'm gonna have to, as I said in nice words, grow up. I have to grow up here. So
the game,
I have to
the
face
game,
face
the
it.
game is there. We've seen you
100%.
now. For those who don't follow your game, we've seen you on national level do things in big tournaments and big events and win big things. This is not, it's not a first time. It's not like you've
for
never
sure.
won. And,
No, for sure. But yeah, Q School, yeah, it's phenomenal because you got the opportunities, but the pressure's there, and I look forward to the pressure. This is, as they say, pressure is a privilege.
That's right. Yeah.
So I look forward to it. I really do, and even first stage was phenomenal. That hole number 18 there, I'll always remember there going into the shot. I was like, if I hit a great shot, great. If I don't, that's fine. But I don't want to go in there playing fearful. I don't want to, because there's a lot of pressure. You can easily just water it, kind of guide it. If I go down, I want to go down, playing fearless.
Yeah.
So that's what I went on that shot. So that was what I was most proud of there.
That goes into every swing, though, right?
Absolutely.
You teach amateurs to swing. You fire a dart. You got to swing through it, and you got to go out. You can't have any feel.
Now we all know that, but it's easier said than done, because if I miss that shot, it's $5,500 just given away
and a whole year.
And a whole year. So easier said than done. So I was proud to actually do it. That was huge, huge shot. So,
No, I've known you for a while. Usually you don't get too high and too low, but
100%.
Was there a little fist bump out there? Were you?
No, my caddy actually headbanded. He was kind of curious. He was like, well, he was expecting me to celebrate. I'm like, this is what I said. It might have sounded a little cocky, but I was like, this is what we do. I thought.
Yeah, but he
was like, whoa, whoa, and he fist bump, come on, this is the shot of your life. I was like, on to the next stage.
That's it.
As Kobe said,
right.
job's not done. Absolutely, I'm very proud of the shot, and I'm gonna remember it, and absolutely. But I just got to keep it going, on to the next, and yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a great stage too.
I look forward to it. Whether I play good, whether I don't, whatever, I'm going to go in there, do my preparation, go in there and play my game and see what happens. But I'm going to go in there prepared. I look forward to the challenge, and we'll see what happens. So,
in the meantime, if you need to relax a little bit and enjoy, just come to J Vito.
Well, I'm telling you, this drink is phenomenal. I don't know what you put in here.
Enjoy the place. I heard this place is pretty solid.
J Vito's is where it's at. I'm telling you, the vibes, the people. Drinks like this, that's why I come back. That's why I come back.
Good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you answering all the questions.
Thank you.
It's not easy doing all this, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate
anything else you want to add in?
No. Well, just I know I've said it before. I want to say it again. Thank you to everyone for the support. I say that with the bottom of my heart. I'm very grateful. A lot of gratitude because the amount of support I received just asking for a caddy but through everyone there, because I've seen a lot of these guys for years. I've been a pro since 2011.
Right.
Everyone's always treated me phenomenal. Even the PGA people who ran the event. I was in the PGA for 2 years, so just seeing them, they always have something nice to say about me or to me, and unbelievable. And a big shout out to the volunteers doing live scoring. They volunteer. They take time out of their day and to just come out there for 4 days. Maybe they don't hear the thank yous a lot, but I really want to thank them because it makes a big difference. You know, you have all your friends looking at live scoring, you have you looking at live scoring, you got my father, my family in Italy looking at live scoring, and it's thank you to those volunteers taking their time out of the day doing live scoring. So a lot of gratitude, very thankful, and that's all I want to say.
Yeah, and the production team here too, and everybody behind the scenes helping us out, doing all the
Thank
video
you.
work and the audio work and all that.
Big shout out
Is
to them as
very,
well.
very much appreciated. So
Big shout out to
hey,
them as well.
well,
Cheers.
stage two.
Stage two it is.
Stage two.
Thank
Cheers.
you very much.